and in fact has been one of the most reliable premium brands. Trim they kept right here. I mean, it looks like a rock. A lot of detail going on right there. It's almost as if I'm in a public transport. This car is bulletproof. Hello, everyone. All right, by now we are all aware that in today's generation, crossover SUVs have become of very, very high demand. But what we have to also establish is that the Japanese brands were one of the earliest competitors in the crossover SUV segment. They grew from the crossover SUV segment. Now here is something to point out. The Americans started the first ever crossover SUV. The Japanese popularized the segment with Toyota, Lexus, Honda, Nissan. Lexus were one of the earliest luxury brands to build luxury SUVs. But then Range Rover was actually before Lexus in this regard. The Germans, they only joined in the luxury SUV segment in the 2000s. So Lexus was basically ahead of them in that regard. Now there's something that needs to be pointed out about Lexus, everyone. Lexus is by all means Japanese. They started in Japan, but they grew because of the North American market. So that's why whenever you see a Lexus car, at least whenever I see a Lexus, the first thing that comes in my mind is something American. It has this American vibe about it. And I did repeatedly point this out about Honda and various Japanese cars I've reviewed before or which I've seen before. The Japanese, they grew from crossover SUVs, and this was not the case for the German competitors or competitors elsewhere in this world, everyone. The American luxury marques grew from large cruisers or large full-sized SUVs. The Germans, they grew from sedans, luxurious sedans, limousines. And now the Japanese had an interesting evolution in luxury cars. They started from 4x4s and SUVs. Here is the Lexus NX, everyone. This Lexus NX costs 62,000 euros. Is this good value for money or not? We're gonna find out in a moment, everyone. Let's get down with this review right now. But before doing so, I want to quickly point out something to you all. A prominent reason why Lexus dominated the North American market in the luxury segment, well, they didn't really dominate, but rather they were very popular in the North American market when it comes to the luxury segment, is because they were offering great value for money and luxury at the same time. This was something the German competitors in North America were not doing. And the American competitors in North America did not offer reliability. And Lexus was a trump card that basically had everything. They had reliability, they had luxury, and also now they come with hybrid technology and good value for money. So we're gonna find out if this Lexus NX upholds that reputation. And let's not forget, this is the EU market, guys. They may have seen success in North America, but here in Europe, the competition has been quite strong from the German side. So let's see how this goes, everyone. Over here is a 2.5 hybrid petrol engine, everyone. And this hybrid petrol is a self-recharging hybrid petrol. I instantly thought of the Toyota RAV4 because it has the exact same engine, guys. 2.5 hybrid petrol. Okay, you be the judge. And for those of you who are so concerned about reliability, rest assured, Lexus has a good reputation for reliability and in fact has been one of the most reliable premium brands in the automotive industry. Rest assured about the warranty, everyone. You get quite a good warranty and a warranty that's just as reliable as the Lexus cars themselves. Over here is the exterior design of this Lexus NX 350h. Looks very nice, everyone. Lexus identity, and I've noticed this with Lexus a lot. They really like to have this sort of front shape a lot, and they have this edge right here. Like these headlights, they really do remind me of something Toyota usually gives to their Prius. Kind of reminds me of the Prius. 360-degree parking cameras, everyone, and you do get front parking sensors. Now that is exactly what I needed, especially for a price of 62,000 euros. Good value for money, everyone. Now, I have to confess, I'm a very big fan of this wheel. I really like this configuration. This sort of wheel is very nice. It's a blend between, well, the alloy is gray inside, but then on top it has this shiny alloy. Very, very good. I really like it. Just look at this. Over here at the rear of this Lexus, everything starts to shine. It looks very, very attractive. I like the new styling. The rear lights look absolutely stunning, everyone. Look at this. Just admire this. And I really like how Lexus has now written Lexus at the back in letters right here. Very nice. Looks quite good. Looks quite nice. These sort of rear lights from this angle kind of reminds me of something Toyota just recently did with the Yaris. Very, very good. I like this. I really, really do. Maybe it's just me, guys, but this is the first time I've noticed chrome on the wing mirrors, like right here. And then also excess chrome right here, and it goes all the way to the back as a teardrop shape. I think this part of the chrome is common. I've seen this a lot with many other marques. But over here, the chrome, it's really good, everyone. I like it. Very, very impressed. But I did notice some questionable aspects. The first questionable aspect I'd like to remark is those proud air vents right here, everyone. These air vents are very proud, but they have no purpose whatsoever, guys. There's no air intake, or maybe there is, guys. I mean, I see a little gap in there, but the gap is so narrow that it makes you wonder what exactly is the purpose. What I would like to point out is that this plastic over here actually pairs well with the Lexus theme and with this color and the body works. With the NX theme, it pairs very well. But the questionable aspect I would like to remark is this edge right here, guys, that's pointing out. This is something acceptable for a mass market car. But on a Lexus NX for 62,000 euros, you'd expect something more appealing than this, because the fact that it sticks out like this looks as if it was an afterthought. As for the rear, I really like the rear design, but then I don't quite understand what are these vents for, and then I also don't understand what is the purpose of this. I mean, it looks like it's supposed to be an imitation of an exhaust, but aesthetically it looks nice, but it doesn't seem to have any purpose, guys. Before we go into the interior of this Lexus NX, I would first like to quickly point out something I found a bit questionable. Why exactly does Lexus insist on having these sorts of door handles when it could just be simple to have a button or just to have a handle that opens? Because here's what happened. This is the door handle, okay? I initially thought you had to pull it open to open the car. But actually, there's a button right here. Check this out. There's a button here which you have to push if you want to open the door. I don't understand why not just simplify everything and have a button that's conspicuous here, or do something different. Like, why have a design like this? Alright, everyone, over here is the interior of the Lexus NX 300H. I absolutely love this interior, guys. Look at this. Very stylish, very appealing, and, well, expected for a price of 62,000 euros, but hey, reliability included, guys. So first thing I'd like to point out, guys, is the presentation of this interior. Over here you get the infotainment system, and over here you do get well, I believe this would be your digital instrument cluster, but since I see a circle right there, I'm assuming it's like a half digital and half old school, but in a good way, guys. So over here, you get this interesting storage space. This is your recharge pad for your telephone, and you get a micro storage space right here. And as you move this pad, underneath you get a deeper storage space with a 12-volt socket, and you do get USB points right there. I am absolutely impressed with the solutions over here. Very simplistic and quite clever. And over here you get cup holders of fixed sizes. Over here is your central console storage, guys. To open it is actually quite interesting. I've never seen this before. Like, I don't understand why is it so... Like, why not just put a button here? Because if you want to open it, you have to push it from here. Okay. Well, there's some manufacturers that have it from here anyways, but it's okay, it's not a big deal. And then over here you get your glove box, everyone. Very nice, and I like the feel in there. I have to confess, I absolutely love the color of this leather. I like the leather in here, guys. It looks very nice, and it pairs well with the black theme. I like this piano black trim, by the way. This is a Lexus thing, I've noticed. They really have a thing for this color of leather, and then accompanied by piano black trims. And by the way, look at what sort of trim they kept right here. I mean, it looks like a rock. Looks very nice. I like it. Get electric seating adjustments all the way down there, guys. Over here is your window controls and your mirror controls. Very, very nice. And you get seating memory right here. And to open the door, there's this button right here which you have to push. Now, interesting presentation, guys. I think there's a lot of detail going on right there. It's almost as if I'm in a public transport. Come on, Lexus. There's no need to tell everyone what's going on. Just have it simple. Don't write anything. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. I just thought I'd point this out. Otherwise, look at this. It's not bad at all. It's quite nice. A little bit of storage right here. Very nice. And then you get your latch right here to open the hood. And this is your button to open the fuel cap. And this is the button to open the boot. Now, over here is the Lexus steering wheel. Very, very nice. I like it, guys. Look at this. I like the feel of the steering wheel, and I really like the presentation. Now, this gear knob is rather interesting. I like the design, and I like how they've just styled this whole center right here, everyone. Looks very good. Simplistic, and at the same time, very good quality. Interesting to look at as well. And then also over here, you get your driving mode, I assume, judging by the writings right there. Get a panoramic roof, everyone, and you get some lighting controls up here, and you get extra storage up here as well. That's something I really like. Alright everyone, as you can tell, I'm very, very impressed by this interior. Very good step ahead for Lexus, and this looks like the birth of something different for Lexus, guys, because this time they have done something that's groundbreaking. But I have some questionable aspects I also noticed about this interior. The first questionable aspect I'd like to remark is Lexus, like many other Japanese brands, suffer from one thing: identity. When you look at the interior of their cars, sometimes you get this feeling they draw a lot of inspiration from competitor brands that actually existed before. And that's not to say it's copying, but rather it's like there's a lack of originality. You know, it's kind of like obvious they've drawn so much inspiration from others. And as for this interior, it was good. It was great. But there's just something I noticed, guys, and I'm going to point them out right now. I feel like Lexus is going down in originality. There was a time they had something of their own, but now it looks like they're doing the exact same thing competitor brands are doing. Like, for example, these knobs kind of remind me of something Range Rover did before, and then the fact that this whole thing tilts towards you reminds me of something the German competitors have been doing. BMW started this since a very long time, and I know Audi recently joined in with this sort of design which faces the driver. And now for Lexus to also do it, come on. I mean, Lexus, where is the originality? But it's not a big deal, guys. It's just something I thought I'd point out. At least this is original. That's nice. For a price of 62,000 euros, I don't know why I find the area over here looking a bit basic. Because I like the chrome touches on the window buttons. Don't get me wrong, guys. It looks very good. And the quality is good, okay? But then, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks a bit basic. And then also the buttons over here are just plain plastic. It's like no aluminum covering them, no brushed aluminum, no chrome, nothing, guys. Although there's a chrome circle right here, but that's it, guys. I mean, it would have been more interesting if there was more details added there, or if maybe there was more fabric over here, maybe. You know, that's what I'm trying to point out. But then again, it's a bit debatable what's going on. Over here is your door bin, everyone. Now I can already tell that this door bin doesn't look big enough for a big water bottle, but it can certainly fit a small water bottle. And then another questionable aspect is that, yes, the door bin is deep, but it's not really long. This whole area here is neglected. And then I don't know what is the purpose of this, guys. Why is it there? Over here is the rear of the Lexus NX 300H, everyone. Looks very, very nice. I like it. So let's just talk about my spaces, okay? I get a lot of legroom, a lot of knee room, and I also get plentiful headroom. Now, I don't even need to point this out because, first of all, this is a crossover SUV competing in the premium market, so it's a must. Oh yes, guys, I get a nice armrest right here with 2 cup holders inside, but no storage in there whatsoever. I like this presentation right here, guys. Nice feel of leather here. And then again, the button to open the rear door. And then you get to have the door lock right here. Huh, very nice. Over here is your air conditioning, everyone, but you do not get climate control for the rear seats. Now, whether this is questionable or not, you be the judge, but me, I think it's okay. It's not a big deal. But then you do get a 12-volt socket right there, and you get USB points there as well. Panoramic sunroof, everyone, as I've mentioned earlier. You get a coat hook right here, nice handle right here, which is good quality, and I like the leather feel. Well, actually, it's squidgy plastic. Yeah, I think so. And then you get your beacon of hope lighting all the way back there. Wow. Over here is the boot space of the Lexus NX 300H, everyone. Looks very, very nice. So over here you get a 12-volt socket, a hook over there, and you get a nice tether point that looks like of good quality, everyone. And also right here, a nice tether point. Very nice. And I like the LED lighting for the boot space. I don't know if it's just me, but the LED lighting looks a little bit dim. Oh well, not a big deal, guys. After all, who cares about LED light qualities at the boot space, huh? To close the boot door, you can just push this button right here, and it'll close by itself. Here's my conclusion of the Lexus 300H, everyone. This is the birth of something new for Lexus here in the EU market, because now they have just released a more desirable crossover SUV that really suits the standards of the EU market, the demands here, especially when buying a premium crossover SUV. Now, the reason why I call this the birth of something new is because finally we have a unique competitor that comes all the way from Japan, and this particular competitor has traits of North America. So practically this car is Japanese North American, although the brand is Japanese. But then let's face it, guys, this thing grew up in North America. The reason why I find this fascinating is because finally we don't have to only look at the German competitors or the English competitors like Jaguar. This Lexus NX included, you get a reliable hybrid petrol system, which is reputed, everyone. Toyota has worked on this hybrid petrol system since the 90s. So this is something bulletproof. You cannot fault it. And if there's an incident with it, no worries. You get the reliable, lengthy warranty that covers you up. So practically speaking, this car is bulletproof. For a price of 62,000 euros, is this Lexus NX good value for money or not? Okay, guys, listen to me very carefully. I believe this Lexus is good value for money. It's not the best, but I'm also inclined to say okay, but then the reason why I say good value for money is because this is premium. And for a premium car, usually it's very difficult to discuss about value for money. But then when we're talking about a price under 80,000 euros, I believe value for money is still a topic that is eligible. With this Lexus NX 300H, I believe it's good value for money, but the reason why I'm not inclined to say best is because there's some things that conflict each other, and I'm going to point out it right now. 2.5 hybrid petrol, it doesn't make any sense, because when you think of hybrid petrol, you think of 1.5 or maybe 2 liters maximum, but 2.5, you be the judge. But then another thing I'd like to point out is that the interior did not seem very... Whenever I see the interior of a Lexus, I want it to feel like a Lexus, guys. But as soon as I saw the infotainment system, I thought of something European. And that's not what I want to feel. When I sit in a Lexus, I want to feel connected to Japan. I want to think about the bustling city of Tokyo. I want to think about the good old days of Lexus, everyone. I want to think of... it's very difficult to say, guys. It's difficult, but you get my point, guys. When you see a car, you have to feel like you're seeing the country it comes from. You have to feel connected to its culture. At least that's my opinion. But then again, selective taste. But otherwise, I have to praise the equipment list, and I also have to praise the design. The design is a step ahead, groundbreaking, especially by the interior, everyone. More desirable than ever. My opinion of this Lexus NX 300H. I love it. I love this Lexus NX 300h, everyone. You know why? Because this is a unique choice, everyone. Here in Belgium, the German competitors that are in the same segment as this Lexus, they dominate the roads, and it's boring, guys. I'm getting bored of it. I want to see something unique. I want to see something different, and this is one of the best choices out there. Yes, of course, there are other competitors that offer interesting choices, but reliability, guys. Reliability is not something many competitors in the premium market offer, and nor did they really care to offer that. The only brands that actually cared about this were Mercedes and Lexus. But Mercedes was more concentrated on the safety aspects of things because they were building cars and limousines for quite a while for VIPs, for politicians, and for businessmen. But Lexus, on the other hand, was building up on reliability. They were more concerned about making the engine bulletproof, not the car. And it has proven successful in their business because let's face it, the only customers are not always going to be politicians or businessmen or people with a lot of money. Sometimes you're going to get people from the mass market who just want something more glamorous to look at. And Lexus has satisfied them big time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. And don't forget to check the links in the description for more of my car reviews and also for my travel videos.